Howdy, howdy. It's been a minute. I was hoping to find a game against Victor, but we're going to play against Boltyn today. There just do not seem to be uh, any Victors or Guardians in general playing on Talistar right now. So against Boltyn, I've of course got my sideboard guide aligned out, running pretty typical equipment. And then I'm running my widespread destructions instead of Rabbles because I want to be able to disrupt him more consistently. No defense reactions, no Sonata, we're rushing him down, no chains, obviously. Just gonna get into it. Alright, let's give our opponent the good luck, have fun. Opening hand, we've got two Revels, a Delight, and a Puppetry. So we're definitely gonna be banishing the Delight. We don't really have anything we can do on this turn one, no setup we can do, so we're just gonna go ahead and pass to Arsenal. We're going to put one of our Revels in there. It's a little harder to get out efficiently, but we're actually fine with this next hand. I wouldn't really be worried about disruption, and we have a second one in hand, so we're fine here. Coming in for 2, he is souling a Banneret of Courage, so he could totally have a pump for it to give it go again, or he could not. I think I don't want to just take the damage here if I don't need to. But I don't really want to give up another Revel, though it's definitely a consideration. Yeah, I'll cover it up. I'll give him the Revel. If he can pump it, that's fine. Yeah, he can. He's got the Courageous Steel hand. And that's okay. So we've still got the Delight to block with. We're hoping he's just going to keep an Arsenal. And then we're going to be able to do a Puppetry, Delight, Revel, Destruction. Homie over here. Oh, he did bring Arcane Barrier. So no Courage, or no Iron Song Pride? Iron Song Versus. Iron Song Versus. No Iron Song Versus, which we're happy to see. He is not keeping an Arsenal, so that is definitely unfortunate. So I think we're gonna just tuck this into Banish, hold onto the Revel. We'll just do Puppetry, Delight, Flail. So let's give him the Delight here, just to save some life. He's already got go again on that attack anyway. And we'll just take this 3. Not amazing by any means, but we've still got the ways to pop off this destruction out of Banish at any time if he decides to keep an Arsenal, which, either it's basically use your 4 cards to do your damage, or if you want to set up something better, try to bet that I can't play this widespread destruction, and I can always play this widespread destruction. We are not going to pay a life for Vynnset here. We're going to be swinging Flail anyway. It's no biggie. We are leaving ourselves without Rune Chance, but we have Vexing Quillhand to start up a sort of combo turn like that, so I'm not worried about it. We will hit with Bounding Demigon. I think we're just going to send the Bounding Demigon. That could be wrong. Could be better to keep, we'd swing Flail. He doesn't have any, he does have 1 piece of blocking armor, but then we'd get to have a starter to use this destruction with. But we have a starter here in hand anyways. So Beaming Bravado, if this is charged this way, it gets +1, so it already is going to be able to get go again. Considering that, I'm okay with just giving a block. Banishing a Valiant Thrust, so no cards in Soul currently. And then just swinging Raiden. And I'm okay with giving a block to this one also. I'm just going to be doing Puppetry, Eulogy, Revel, Destruction. He can't give this go again, so he's going to be keeping an Arsenal, which means we're going to be able to snipe it. And we don't even need to use Quillhand to start up this turn, so that's good. We're happy with that. So it's going to be Puppetry. Do we want to pay the life? No. Because he's pretty much guaranteed to be taking some damage here. We're sending 6 and then 10 more. And we're going to be using our Eloquence token for Revel anyways, so there's no reason to actually value it. Do we want to banish a widespread ruin with Puppetry? Yes, we do. We always want to be aggressive in this matchup. So we're going to go ahead and break the chain, play Revel, into Destruction. taking our opponent's combo tool out of his banish if that's what it was. If it wasn't, fine by me. We're still taking his arsenal. I just always want to keep disruption going at Boltyn, especially if he's going to take an on-hit like that. It means he likes his hand, so I want to try to cripple that hand at least a little bit. Boltyn's, he's just not great at playing 4 cards out of his hand, but if he's got 5 cards, he is amazing at getting value out of all of those. So we'll just break the chain here. We take a light the way, it's fine. Not a crazy arsenal or anything, but we still take it. Art of War here, and a couple rune gates. This is coming in for 3. If we block with anything, we're going to be buffing it up. It already has go again from the agility. That's a bit of a pain. A bit of a pain. We could totally block, and then we could potentially defensively Art of War, banish a whale, and draw 2 more cards. That could be the play here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We'll block here. It's already got go again. And then we'll use Tunic. We could just pitch this for it, but I want to have another viable banish on my next turn. We'll choose buff and banish. Or on my coming turn, I should say. And then we draw some decent stuff. Nothing exemplary. And then 4 here. We'll give another 4. So choosing to give the whale instead of the delight is just because I don't need 2 delights. I don't need 2 whales. They're pretty expensive, and I don't have an incantation down to really like line them up together. 2 gates are just easier to get out. It's definitely a consideration to give the delight instead, but for right now, not too important to me. Goblet. Anything to follow? Opponent thinking on it? Nope, nothing. So going into my turn, I think I want to arsenal this. I'll banish this. I'll have 3 attacks and blood debt. I'll use Quill Hand to get my whale out, and then that will carry me with a rune chant to next turn. Or I could Funeral Moon and try to have a second rune chant to next turn. We'll see. We'll see what our opponent gives us. So we're gonna banish the delight. Crack Quill Hand here. I'm okay with breaking Quill Hand just for 1 attack because I'm going to get to turn that attack into more rune chants and more consistency next turn. Usually I wouldn't like to do it just for 1 attack, but I think it's important to keep Boltyn at least a little bit on the back foot. We've got a life lead so far, and we don't really want to throw it away by taking 3 blood debt and not doing anything with our turn. There was a consideration to just use a Funeral Moon on the last turn and send a 2-gate, but we're going to be walking out with rune chants, so we can send a 2-gate next turn. We don't need to use our Funeral Moon right away. Opponent does take it. Opponent does go down to 3. Or they have the Soul Shield. Either way, I'm fine with either. Yeah, they do go down to 3. So they are at 3. Funeral Moon could get us to the instant kill. Or if they've got a strong turn, we can turn it into another blocking card with Crown of Providence. So I think for that reason, we're going to hold on to it. Or we're just going to crown this Oblivion out of the way. Totally smart thing to do maybe there. So we've got Engulfing Light with go again. Goblet in Boltyn is pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Kind of feels old school. Engulfing Light is not an important on hit. We will cover it up with the 3 block. Just because it is an on hit. And then take flight here. See if they want to charge a card. They do not. They already charged. So looking at our hand here, Oblivion does not do anything for us. And we are pretty unlikely to actually be able to get to playing it. But we could use it to send a second attack in the turn. I think I'm going to block here with Crown. Swap my arsenal. Oof, kind of an uncomfortable draw, but it's okay. I'm thinking of banishing one of these 2 cards and then just sending 2 attacks back to back. And then 3 here. We'll take this 3. Boltyn. Warmongers is interesting for sure. Interesting for sure. Choose a button, huh? War or peace? Let's choose war. Let's be aggressive. I think I'll just keep this in my hand, you know? We'll, banish the... we already have 2 Runegate 2s in banish. We're gonna be sending 2 and 6 this turn, so he's going to have to give us... he's got 1, 2... He's got 1 block here, plus the resource. So he's got 4 HP on life, or on armor. So he's gonna have to give us at least a card from hand. But having more 2 gates than we can really do anything with isn't amazing. And we can't play these anyways. We're just gonna arsenal one of these. I think I'm going to choose to banish the Mauvern Skies here. And then we'll just send the 2 gate out of banish. Next turn we'll send the 2 gate out of hand if we still have it. And if we don't, we've got this good banish anyways. So we're just gonna send the 2 and 6. Just want to be able to have a play next turn. We're leaving ourselves in a place where we don't have a guaranteed action to take next turn. Which, if you know me and you know my way of playing, I am not comfortable with that. But we're trying to leave ourselves open to have something we can do. You know, like if we draw a Revel in Runeblood this next turn, we go crazy. Now we do Shadow Puppetry, Phantom Wraith out of hand, Revel, Delight from Banish. We're in a good spot there. So it gives us a card on the Arcane, and then probably giving us a card from hand on the attack as well. I've got to wonder if our opponent's just thinking about scooping it up here. I sure hope not. Okay, Slap Happy. Interesting. So they're going down to 1. They're going down to 1. Sure, man. Break the Chain, take a Banner of Gallantry. I love that name. I love the idea of Boltyn being gallant. We'll arsenal the killer attack. Nothing especially great here in hand. We could banish this, and then we do a Puppetry, Tunic, Widespread, Pitching the Oblivion, Swarming. We don't really have much going on after that. Yeah, it's not an amazing hand. Light the Way here. If it hits, if a yellow card was charged this way, this gets go again. We're just gonna let this go through. Resounding Courage. It is not Illumina Ascension, so it's not gonna really work. And then 4 here. Oh, he couldn't play Illumina anyways, he's under war. 4 here. Not really concerning. Just block 6. And then we'll banish the Oblivion, Shadow Puppetry, Pay the Life, Swarming. That should be it. Good game, Boltyn. Alright. Shorter game. I was hoping to get a Guardian, but maybe sometime soon if I actually start making these videos more often. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Kind of just got to beat down on a pretty good matchup for us this time. I want to see... Our opponent was on some interesting stuff. I don't really agree with Slap Happy if you're not already playing the Take It on the Chin. I didn't see any of those from him. Other than that, and the goblets, Seemed pretty typical. Yeah, that was alright. Alright, hope you enjoyed. Adios.